What up, Clash peeps? Welcome to Clash the Block. Island Guy here, and thank you for joining me for part 3 of our 3-part series on my introduction to Clash of Clans. Today's video we're going to be talking about, who guessed it, my clan. This is the video that you've all been waiting for. Just kidding. By you all, I mean the 20 or so people who watched my video. Aww, got sad for just a second. But for real though, thank you guys for joining me to talk about my clan. Let's go ahead and get into it. So, my clan of course is called The Block. In pretty much every video I've made up until now, I have said something to some extent about my clan because they're awesome. I think that most people probably hold to this view that their clan is the greatest on planet Earth. Today's video is going to give you a little bit of my perspective or my argument as to why my clan is the best. So, stay tuned. It's going to be an awesome one. Now, I wanted to take a couple seconds here to talk about the creation of the clan first. Blom created it. Lord Blom BP, he created it, and yeah, a lot of us kind of came from either other clans that we previously were in with him, or some of us even met Blom through Global Chat and things like that, which is just crazy. So that's awesome too. So yeah, a little bit on Blom. I've known Blom for at least over a year now. Pretty sure. Since the days of HFA, some of the stuff just melts together, so I can't remember 100%. But I've known him for quite a while, and here are a couple things that I know about Blom. Blom will give anybody a fair shake. He will, as long as you are honest and upfront with him, talk to him, communicate, he's going to do his best to work with you. On the other hand, if you lie, if you cheat, or if you try and pull the wool over his eyes, he will come down on you so hard, you won't know what happened. You'll be like, what? What happened? I don't know where I am anymore. That's because he's kicked you so far into next week. You're just confused. It will happen. So don't mess with him. But as far as the leader goes, fair dude. It's that I can't say much more about it. I would follow him anywhere he decides to go. I would probably follow. Well, wait a minute. That sounds stalkerish, doesn't it? Like I would. I wouldn't literally follow him. Don't get it twisted. I'm not crazy. Okay. I meant in the game. Okay. We're talking in the context of the game. Yeah, he's awesome. So now I'm just going to go down the list here and talk about some of the people that are in the clan that make up the core, or really just, whatever term you want to use. The people that make the block, and the people that make it an enjoyable experience. So the first person I want to talk about is Skilla. Skilla, the K-Cup Killer. Someday I will take some time and share with you why it is that I call him that. Actually, if I don't do it now, you'll probably be thinking about it for the rest of the video. So here's the deal. Skilla lives on the West Coast. He lives in California, I think in Compton, which means that he knows Dr. Dre. Him and Dr. Dre are doing an album, come to think of it. And he broke a K-Cup machine somehow, I think. Or something happened with a K-Cup machine. Okay, maybe some of that stuff I just said is not true. You'll have to figure that out for yourself. But, he's an awesome dude. He is currently pushing to Titan. Huge accomplishment. Huge. Even, especially now with how broken this game is, being able to push to Titan, oh man, it's an achievement, and it's something that he should definitely be proud of. I know that I am for him, and I know that a lot of people in the clan are also just super pumped that he is doing that. Hopefully, I think it's about 20 cups away. He might do that tonight. I wish I'd be able to capture on video, but I'm not sure I'm going to this one. But stay tuned. That'd be something to look forward to. Maybe the next video you'll see Skilla, the K-Cup Killer, with a nice shiny gold Titan shield, which which would be awesome. So that's it for Skilla. The next, I actually wanted to talk about a couple people together here. So there's Maximus, Prestige PSU, and William Wallace. I believe, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I believe they all live in the same area. They might even still work together. I'm more sure that at least Maximus and PSU do. William Wallace, I'm not so sure. But I know that Maximus and William Wallace enjoy a good cigar, maybe a drink, and they're just super chill, laid back dudes. Same thing with PSU. Yeah, laid back, chill, go with the flow type of mentality. It's awesome. Next person I want to talk about is La Reina, Mama Clash, Blom's wife. If you missed that in one of my other videos, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it. She, again, she's just awesome. I mean, she genuinely cares about people, and it helps. I mean, if we need help or we need something, she's almost always there. Keeps it positive, keeps it light. Just awesome person to have in the clan. And she plays Clash. I mean, she does a good job, so that's awesome too. Next person is King Chris. Now, King Chris is an interesting dude. And by interesting, I mean in the best way possible here. King Chris, he does something, to be honest, and there's a lot of people in the clan that do this, but I see this a lot in him as well. He does something that really kind of exemplifies what makes the block so awesome. And as you guys have probably noticed so far, really everybody does this, but specifically with King Chris, here's the deal. I believe that he genuinely wants and seeks for success for not only himself but for his clanmates. So he takes extra effort or extra time to not only work on things for himself, different strategies, different attacks, war stuff, bases, all that kind of stuff, but he doesn't just hoard that information and keep it to himself. He shares it. He shares it with others. He's a Town Hall 10, and he even goes, I think, really an extra step above and beyond. And he even, shares stuff for like people like me, like Town Hall 9s, people like in the clan that maybe have low heroes, again, more like me, or just in general. I mean, he wants to and seeks and shares to help better himself as well as his clanmates. And that's just awesome. That's the kind of person that you want in your clan. So takes it serious, wants to be good at what he does, but here's the twist. Chris he's super funny, right? He's got a great attitude, and it's just a blast. I mean, it's a blast. I can't really say enough about what an awesome job he does in the clan. The next one I want to talk about is Solo the Boss. Solo, the boss. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said it like that. It's probably because he has $ signs at the end of his name. But Solo the Boss is all about getting down money. Alright, that's a little bit too far. It's too far. Solo is awesome as well. So here's the thing that I like about Solo. No matter what kind of craziness is going on, like when we go crazy in the clan, like let's say we lose a war or we are losing or something, we all just want to freak out and go mad crazy. In comes Solo, right? Keeping everything happy, funny, and I think really focused on more of the reality of the situation. Like, hey, it's a game, guys. We're here to have fun. We're here to play with each other. Let's not lose sight of that. And that gives us a moment to pause and think about things and really just kind of get back focused and just an awesome dude. I am super pumped that he's in the clan. He's a part of, our core group, or part of our leadership. It's just super duper awesome. Let's see, who else do we got in here? Okay. Next, I want to talk about Natalie. Now, if you saw the last video, I talked about my base as part 2 in the video series, and I said that I got my layout from Natalie, that I quote-unquote borrowed it from her. So, if I remember correctly, because when I left HFA, I had a bit of a hiatus, if you will, before I found Oasis and then got into the block. And by the time I got to the block, Natalie was already there. And from what I remember hearing is that she found Blom from Global. I think it's either Blom or Chris, but she's from the UK, and which makes it a little bit harder, I think, for her sometimes, depending on they're like 8 hours ahead of us over here on the West Coast and 5 hours ahead of those over on the East Coast. So there's periods of the day, where there's really none of us are on. We're all sleeping. So, but Natalie, here's why I think Natalie is awesome in the clan. So she again is somebody I think that cares about doing well, or doing the best that you can, but also able to have an extremely good sense of humor. It is always a blast when Natalie's on. Anybody who's in the clan will tell you. It's good. Again, even if things kind of maybe aren't going so good, you can count on Natalie to pick things up and keep it positive for the most part. I don't think I've seen her negative ever. But awesome. And her and I, in most cases, fight over the most donations. I definitely crushed last season, but that's because she left. I came back a couple different times to help a friend and different stuff, so her donation thing kept resetting, and ain't nobody got time for that, so we're not going to try and keep a tally of those donations. But this season, I am at, let's see, currently 16,425 at the time of recording this audio. She is at 13,153, so she's not that far behind me, especially at the pace that we're both going. It's not, I don't put it past possibility that she could definitely beat me. I'm not saying, it's not, I don't take, if you're listening to this, Natalie, don't take it as a challenge. You don't have to beat me, but I'm just saying that I'm going to win anyways, no matter what. So, take it how you want. Okay, it's a little bit challenging. We had a couple other people from, I think we had one guy from Australia, we had a couple others from the UK, but I'd have to really double check and go through the clan list. I think Natalie's the last one that's left that's kind of over, outside of the US, really. That's just kind of what it is. We got a couple other, core people or whatever, people that I think make the block what it is, or at least I believe are kind of maybe transitioning into maybe 1 foot into that circle of trust, if you will, the core player circle of trust. Let's call it that. The circle of trust going forward. We'll refer to it as that. So trust me is one that is kind of on that path. She is super active in the clan. She's working her way up on Town Hall. I think she's just going to Town Hall 7, if I remember correctly. Sorry if I got that wrong, but she's super active. She's on a lot, gets a lot of attacks every season, and definitely takes some of the constructive criticism or help from people like King Chris, Skill, Natalie, Mom, me, any other person, whether they're leadership or not, if they have good valuable information, it's not disregarded, which is definitely cool. The other two that I want to talk about too, that kind of I think are moving into that space of being looked at as a core player within the clan group, is I believe it's Viola. I call her V, so I don't know if I'm not saying it right. I'm sorry. And Blunt Smoka. Now they're a couple, those two that I just named, which is cool. I mean, that's awesome, right? They both play Clash, so that's definitely a win-win. Those two have been consistent since day one. They donate, they're active, they attack in war like they're supposed to, for the most part. There were some mistakes last war, but we won't get into that. They're awesome, and again, I think it's kind of we're building up this group of strong, active players, and they definitely, I think, have earned a spot in that conversation. The others that I'll mention real quickly that maybe I don't interact with quite as much, but I know that they also put in the effort and really help the clan out. The Ban Hammer, always dropping the hammer. Cool guy to have in the clan for sure. We've got Hades, Brian. They are. Well, Hades is a co-leader. Brian is an elder, but still, those two guys, awesome. Z Tweezy. Now, Z Tweezy, I just want to take a quick second to talk about that dude, because we went through this period where we were kind of looking at our clan, what kind of direction we wanted to go, what kind of clan we wanted to be, what kind of goals we wanted, that sort of, grown-up type game. And we were all just kind of confused when it came to Z, and I think, at least for myself, I formed an opinion based on my experiences and thought, that this guy wasn't really too serious about the game. I never really saw him. He didn't really donate, at least from what I saw or experienced. And then it's almost like my eyes were opened after a couple different wars, and I started paying attention. Z Tweezy is a beast. He is a beast. Now, in a couple of the videos ago, I shared in the background a replay from war where he used over 120 wall breakers. It was a joke. The whole war was a joke. We played a clan that didn't even really want to fight. All they wanted to do was hit the number 1 and number 2 base for loot. And that was pretty much it. They didn't do anything else. So their bases were all open on purpose, and so Z just did that for giggles. And it was hilarious. It was so hilarious. If you haven't seen it, you should go back through and try and hunt that down, because it's funny. It is funny. But outside of that and messing around, obviously, from what I just said, he's got a sense of humor. And when you talk to him, when you engage with him, you can see that come out. And it's just awesome. Besides that, even if he didn't talk, if he couldn't talk, he is a beast at attacking. Hands down, that dude tears bases apart. It's cool to watch and see how methodical and how he just will pick it apart. It's super cool to see. So Z Tweezy, definitely awesome. Some of the people on the come up, some of the people that I think are really, they're getting there. The last people that I'll talk about are really the remainder of the clan. If I miss anybody, I should have said this when I first started. If I miss talking about anybody, and you're watching this video, please don't take it personally. It's not like I have some sort of grudge against you or anything. These are just my experiences through my own eyes. This is what I see. So I apologize, or maybe I just forgot, or I just overlooked it. It's not on purpose, I swear. Last people I wanted to talk about were, I'll just group them together and I'll go through them real quick. There's CJ. Let's see, there's, darn it, where did I lose my spot? CJ, there's Crit. And well, I mean, even really Billy, Natalie's nephew, those guys I think are really kind of getting there too, where they're putting in some time and showing their replays, they're asking for help, they're doing pretty good in war for the most part. I mean, I don't keep tabs on everybody, that's almost impossible, but yeah, they do great. And I think the overall story here, as you've listened to me ramble on and on about my clan, I think what you should be picking up here is that for the most part, we all have each other's backs, and we want each other's success just as much as our own. And when you find a group like that, when you find people like that, there's really nothing, I believe, that you can't accomplish. It may be tough and it may be hard. We as a clan go through our own stuff as well, growing pains and different struggles. I mean, everybody does. Nobody's exempt from it. But I think for the most part we handle it well and we get the job done. So it's just awesome. I would highly suggest that if you're interested, take a peek at the clan. Try and, I mean, if you meet the minimum trophy requirements, what would it hurt trying to request to join, you know what I'm saying? Try and get in on some of this good action. Hey, who knows, even put my name in the request. Say, hey, Island Guy sent me, I watch Island Guy's videos. Just do that. I'm just kidding, don't do that. You could try it, I mean, but it's probably not going to help, I'll be honest with you. I mean, if I see it, I might be like, oh, hey, somebody watches my videos, you know. But no, I'm just kidding. I probably still wouldn't. We still take it pretty seriously. You know, we still keep it legit. So don't be a rush. Town hall, whatever town hall you are, we have range. We have people, all ranges of town halls. So just don't be rushed and meet the minimum requirement and request. Who knows, right? Anyways, that's enough of me rambling on about my clan, the people that are in it, all that jazz. Thank you. You know what? This is by far the longest video I think that I've done. And if you have stayed till the very, very, very end of this video, I appreciate that. I appreciate you supporting me and the channel and the clan, really, and doing that. You deserve 2 giant thumbs up. I'm giving you 2 thumbs up right now. You should give yourself 2 thumbs up. In fact, give yourself a high five. I said that in the last video too. Hey, you know what? Hey, actually, I have been thinking about this. Try this. Go ahead and take your left hand and put it up in the air like you're going to give a high five, right? Or like you're waiting for a high five. All right, okay, you got it up? All right, now hold it there. Now take your other hand, swing it around, and go ahead and slap your hand. Boom! High five. See, you just high fived yourself. Just like that. Bam! High five. Now, you could say that this was clapping, but I make the argument that it's not because of this. Your left hand is actually not in motion. So since it is static and your other hand is in motion, I think that's a high five. I think it is. Maybe it's not. Who knows? But thank you so much. Leave a comment down in the section below. Let me know what you had for breakfast. Let's go ahead and do that. Let me know what you had for breakfast. If you didn't have breakfast, let me know what you had for lunch. If you didn't have lunch, you are going to be super hungry and you're going to have a big dinner. Okay, no, seriously, all jokes aside, drop anything you want down there. Let me know what your clan is, what you had for breakfast. Shout out to your Nana. Anything you want. Or don't. You don't have to. I mean, you don't have to. But regardless of that, I appreciate you and your time. Have a great evening, a great day, a great night, wherever you are, whatever time of day it is. Enjoy your time. Time is precious. Thank you for giving me some of yours. That's enough. Outro. Island Guy out. Deuces.